Hello and welcome to Game 2 of Tupuck Shaker versus the Drunken Probe. This is round 1 of the Reddit Dota 2 League playoff tournament of Season 1. Tupuck starting it off with the Keeper of the Light ban. Tupuck leading the series 1-0. Drunken Probe looking to turn that around. Tupuck with the same ban as last time. Kicking off with the Keeper of the Light. Went with a relatively push-heavy strat. Juggernaut, Lone Druid, and Leshrac, all strong pushers. Drunken Probe responds with a Lone Druid ban. Don't want to deal with that again. Can't say that was necessarily the problem, but certainly that lane, Lone Druid up against the Death Prophet, did not work out in the favor of Death Prophet. Tupuck, though, gets first choice this time around. Nick's not making it through. Magnus does, and that's going to be the choice out of Tupuck. Drunken Probe gets their choice of what's left after that. A lot of heroes still worthwhile in the pool. Gyrocopter, Lifestealer, Darkseer, whatever you use, so desire. We'll have to see what the Drunken Probe desires. In these first two, are they going to tip their hand in terms of what they're doing, or are they going to go with something a bit more standard, maybe go with a couple of supports?
5 seconds.
His Shadow Demon, we saw him last game. Though on the side of Tupuck, this time switching alliances, Drunken Probe taking the Shadow Demon. Who are they going to team it up with? We saw the Leshrac combo last time around. Drunken Probe still have another pick. They could set up the combo or delay it until their third pick or a second pick phase going into the reserve time. Again, not clearly having a preset game plan and just rolling with what's there. Darkseer is the choice. So we'll have to wait and see what the combination is with the Shadow Demon. If there is particular synergy, or they're just going for whatever choices happen to match up in terms of the lineup they're against. Nature's Prophet. The choice from Tupuck.
10 seconds remaining.
Time will tell how that is going to be played. You can play Nature's Prophet first and foremost, as we all know him as a jungler, but you can see him mid or even off lane. As of now, we can't really be sure. Probably jungle with the Magnus already on the team. You'd expect him to be mid. Now waiting on Tupuck, who's gone into reserve time. Chooses Lena. So that will act as a block pick, preventing the Drunken Probe from getting her. Leshrac's still available if that's the route that they want to take. At this point, neither side tipping their hand in terms of carries. Wisp is still in the pool, so this final combination of picks out of Tupuck could be a Wisp combo if it doesn't get banned out in the second ban phase. Phantom Lancer, the choice out of the Drunken Probe, doesn't have his creepy old man buddy to keep him company, but he will go it alone. Rubik taken out of the pool by Tupuck. Pretty typical choice in response to Magnus, though it can certainly be relatively difficult to steal that RP, as you can pretty much immediately follow up with a Shockwave, so gotta be very quick on that trigger finger. Not gonna have to worry about it though. Banned out. Bane as well on the side of the Drunken Probe. They're removing the carries as they've already got their choice. So Gyrocopter removed from the pool, as well as Lifestealer. Gyrocopter, typical anti-Phantom Lancer pick between Call Down and Flat Cannon, can burst down those illusions. Lycan, the final ban. Again, Drunken Probe banning out Lycanthrope. Very concerned about that. There's still some push out of Tupuck with the Nature's Prophet and Lycan being a split pusher. Again, just avoiding perhaps overwhelming push strats. Phantom Lancer, a split pusher extraordinaire himself. At least once he gets at the Diffusal Heart up. And beyond that, preferably a Manta style, but Ogre Magi by Tupuck Shaker. We actually have seen Ogre Magi previously in the Reddit Dota 2 League, but that has been run by Deleted before. I believe this is the first we've seen any other teams go for that. Very likely just a 4-5 tri-lane support. We have an odd fellow in terms of supports. Melee, and actually gains quite a bit of strength later on in terms of his multicast. Now keep in mind, Tupuck now starting just a little bit to stack on the damage boost, both Empower on Magnus and Bloodlust out of Ogre Magi. Could be combining up on a hero. Will we see the Faceless Void be the one that they stack that damage on, or perhaps Sven? Those are the two I'm looking out for, but Tiny the choice. Also a fair choice, an increase in attack speed and damage with Cleave, on top of the Ogrenim's Cleave, that we have to expect Tiny to be going as the carry. Going to be dishing out huge amounts of damage if they have both of those on it. Queen of Pain, the mid-choice out of the Drunken Probe. Now their final choice is going to be to round out
10 seconds remaining.
their support lineup.
5 seconds remaining.
We'll have to see who that's going to be. Looks like we're going to dip into reserve time once again. Not the most typical supports available anymore. We still have Lion, Vengeful Spirit, some unusual ones such as Naga Siren. Occasionally you see her run as a support. Tide Hunter can be run as a 4-5 support as well. They're looking for the team fight element. Just going to have to wait and see which they go with. There's Shadow Shaman. I can just keep naming supports. Chen, Enchantress, still both in the pool if they want to put a jungler of their own. But it is the Lion. Got it. First shot. First guess of all of them. That's right. Not completely random in my head. No. So just go wait on our players to pick up their heroes, and we'll jump right into the game. Game is paused, and that will give us an opportunity to look over who is playing what. So starting off again on the Radiant side, this time it is Tupuck Shaker on that Radiant side. Kick it off with the Tiny. It is Return the Slab. Carry Tiny. Johnny Kaz on the Lena. Syrup taking up that Ogre Magi. 2 is the Nature's Prophet. And then for the Magnus, we have Slain Volcaria. Over on the opposing side, the Drunken Probe. Their carry is Sergeant Conman. He'll be supported by Lion. It's Bukara Manga Malonga. That will never get old to say. The Shadow Demon, Doyle points. And then we have the offlaner in the Dark Seer by Kodiak, and then Coffee. Going to be headed back out to mid, this time on the Queen of Pain. And with that, we're ready to go. So just going to have to wait to see how these lanes move out. I mean, it's all set to be very, very typical. Main question will be, are they just going to abandon the off lane? Which, yep, they are. Nature's Prophet all set up to go into that jungle. Rushing the Midas. Now, the Drunken Probe, seeing the lineup out of Tupuck, I would have really liked for them to try and really force the issue in terms of getting out wards to block these camps, block the easy camp, and you can really slow down progression of that Nature's Prophet in the jungle. But no such intentions. Just have the sports camping the rune. Queen of Pain as well. Slain Valkyria and having none of that. It's going to be blocking creeps in the mid lane. Keep it back. Gets farm that way. Magnus, the typical bottle crow hero, has to go out to mid now. Skewer not really sufficient in the off lane. You can sort of do it, but it's way more difficult than it used to be. So he ends up mid all the time. He can get his farm out of Skewer, but he really out of Shockwave, but could really use bottle charges, and it's going to be really hard to control runes up against the Queen of Pain. Oh wow, Darkseer already low. The haste on the Lina going to allow, you know, they could just right click. I'm not why I don't know why. Okay, I'm not sure why there weren't right clicks and waited for the light strike array, but hey, first blood on the Lina. Tupuck Shaker again off to a nice start. We have some action going on around mid. A lot of heroes hanging around mid right now. And rotation back. Nothing happens of that skirmish. Both games now, first blood go on the side of Tupuck Shaker. I have not seen a whole lot of luck out of Darkseers in this league so far. Syrup waiting ominously in the woods. And it's just free farm up here for the Phantom Lancer. Let's wait and see how effective that will be used. We check out last hits denies is leading the way, 14/5. And this will be a much more passive game, it looks like, despite that early kill, thanks to that haste rune. Nobody top. It's the off lane bottom with the Darkseer. Trading a little harass on the Lina, but cops a light strike array for his trouble. We got 3 around mid. The supports have rotated in, but not getting anything done right now. No stout shield on the Phantom Lancer. Does have the ring of protection, but copping quite a bit of damage from those creeps under tower. There we are. Going to pop the salve, get himself back into fighting shape.
Middle is missing.
Still leading the board. Tiny having a bit more of a problem. Only 13 for 2 in comparison. Con Man having a good time. In terms of mid, Magnus not doing too bad. 14/9. So is being out CS, but he's getting something. Neither side really getting a whole lot, though. Regen rune is bottom. Neither side going for that as of yet. Queen Pain looks like she'll rotate around and pick that up. But the TP in out of the Nature's Prophet to nab it. And deny it from the Queen of Pain, who used her bottle charges expecting to get it. Looking to commit, but the light strike array slows him down. Lion there, the leap up. Scream available now, can finish him off. There it is. But the rotation out of Tiny, and that is a trade 2 for 1. Could be 3 now. Magnus out of mana, though. It's going to right-click down. There's a toss. 3 for 1. And that's not what the Drunken Probe needed here in game 2. Five minutes in, 4-1. As lanes go more in this direction, the more we're going to see the Drunken Probe have to lean on that Phantom Lancer. Closing in on that Midas. Supports just getting a couple jungle camps under their belt. Magnus is level 6, doesn't have the mana right now for that reverse polarity. He's camping the rune up top. Can't beat Queen of Pain there, but if he's already there, no such luck. And it's an illusion rune bottom. Queen of Pain will be getting there. No TP denial out of the Nature's Prophet. There she goes. During the slowdown, we'll take a look at the items. We actually have a Midas on the Phantom Lancer. Rather atypical choice. But late game hero who they're definitely leaning on. Can't fault the choice. Magnus missed a death over here by mid. Not sure what happened there. He's sent back to the fountain. Was a miss. That bottle crowing, never got it back though. Got 3 bottoms still. Pressure on the top tower. Again, not a whole lot interesting going on. Phase boot's done on Tiny. And treads on Queen of Pain. Last hits denies 59 over 11 net worth. And oh man, between the ult and Nature's Prophet, Darkseer getting caught out when he shouldn't be. Missed another, unfortunately. Pressure going out. Haste Rune will be picked up by that Queen of Pain. No such denial of the Nature's Prophet. So far, again, Phantom Lancer completely ignored. Experience about even. Gold about even. Despite the kill differential and the first blood out of Tupuck, very even game. This tower could go down. We'll have to see if there are any TP reactions. Not in deny range as of yet. And they're doing what they have done all game, is ignore that Phantom Lancer. I feel as though having abandoned that lane, we could have had a rotation down to bottom with these supports. But Darkseer looking for the levels, not necessarily a tri-lane support anyway. Certainly not too unusual to have them roaming and just clearing jungle camps. With that top lane mostly abandoned, Nature's Prophet looking to help defend, but Spirit Lance looking to stop him. Now a little dance trying to avoid the tower deny, and that may be an overextension. It is. And down goes the Nature's Prophet and the tower to the Phantom Lancer. Certainly didn't need to give him any more free farm. Midas. Midas, man. Midas the creep. There we go. He used it on lane creep, though, so just looking for more gold, I guess. That 5-3, and that actually may be a very slight lead in the favor of the Drunken Probe. And looking good for them. Tupuck. Still waiting for their Nature's Prophet to get online. His Hand of Midas is done. Has been done for a few minutes now, but nothing else. 600 gold. Unfortunate death top. And still waiting to get something done. Magnus. As is Arcanes, carrying dust. In case he gets the opportunity to go on that Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer, level 10. Highest level on the map, along with the Queen of Pain at level 9. With 82 last hits just about done, a Diffusal Blade. With Diffusal, suddenly right clicks are doing damage, as well as those illusions. I'm going to want to follow up that with survivability. They're not too uncommon to see the Manta first instead of the Heart. Preference, really. The deny on the Ogre Magi was being bled out by that dagger. Got 4 mid now out of the Drunken Probe, but oh my. Laguna Blade. Finish off the Shadow Demon. No finger yet on Lion, level 3 out of him. Level 3 on both supports when you compare to level 5 and level 6 of the supports on Tupuck Shaker, and that's one big difference you can see. So the advantage out of Phantom Lancer is leading the way. Partially making is a lot of that is making up for his own supports well below him. Not the most active movements around the map, though. Supports are up top now. We farm away. It's what Phantom Lancer does. These two supports in interesting positions. Rotation in with the Shadow Demon. If they can coordinate between them, they could potentially get something done. But behind is the Magnus. Oh, Light Strike Array. And Laguna Blade. And there's the RP spent on the Phantom Lancer. Didn't even need to dust. 2 for none and a tower. That's all it takes to see a small lead swing the other direction. Has Bloodlust on the Magnus here. Closing in 350 away from Blink Dagger. That's going to help Tiny catch up a little bit.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Still leading the way in net worth. Finishes the Fusel Blade. He was fortunate he finished and bought that before he was dead. Now pressure going to come out on that mid tower. TP reactions, and looks like they're going to back out. Got a really awkward position there for the Prophet. He goes down. Lacuna Blade on the Queen of Pain, not quite enough. And she's going to get out of there. This Shockwave not quite able to reach. Get one kill there. The Tiny gets just away. The rotation out of the supports, they really should not be there. Level 4 each. Light Strike Array. Follow-up finishes him off.
You're right at home, Lion.
And a D-Ward.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Hey, right now it's the supports making the difference. There's a trap. Follow-up stun. In a lot of trouble now. And they get the Phantom Lancer being way over aggressive. Sentry Ward planted. They're able to finish him off. Phantom Lancer goes down again. And that's not something the Drunken Probe can really afford. Look now, still net worth on top. Yeah, out for 25 seconds though. Got Blade of Alacrity there. So it looks like he's going to be building into a Yasha. RP spent on the lone Queen of Pain. And worth it at this point. Second highest net worth on the team. Now allows them to put a little bit of pressure here on mid. Tiny phase 1 now continuing into his Omnious Scepter, just needs a point booster. TP in out of the Darkseer, not a whole lot he can do. Oh. And the Earth Spike goes on one Treant. Oh, and Laguna Blade again. With a kill, this time on the Darkseer. Phantom Lancer is here to help push this back. Sonic Wave over top of Lena. She's down to 37 health. Gets away. Ogre Magi does get focused down, though. Trade of 1 for 1 and a lot of damage on supports. That's 7 kills on the Lena. She's got Blink Arcanes. Maybe worth getting this into deny range. There it is. Though I intended that to be towards the Drunken Probe, letting that get there so they can deny it. Oh, skewers in and gets the last hit. Cheeky maneuver there out of Magnus, but now the pursuit. Not have Blink Dagger, gets a regeneration rune. Queen of Pain opts to back out. She's out of mana. Darkseer not following up. Oh! Reverse Polarity spent on the Darkseer. Now Wall spent. Vacuum as well. Doesn't get anyone through it. Now Tiny rotates in, and that's it for the Darkseer. An interesting exchange. But it ultimately goes in the way of Tupuck. 14-7 on the board right now. Take a look at the experience and gold. Still somewhat close, but a lead starting to build for Tupuck. Not going to want to let that get out of hand. Got Mithril Hammer headed out toward mid. That Queen of Pain. Well, if she wants to grab it. You don't have to, I guess.
Has been slain.
Oh, the TP in by the Nature's Prophet did pick off the courier. Not sure where they spotted it. Perhaps through this ward? No. I'm not sure where they spotted it, but they did get it. That's going to further amplify that gold lead. So between the Midas and the free farm that Famlancer has had up until he's had some unfortunate deaths, he's still leading the board by a decent margin.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Double damage.
Dire's bottom tower is under. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Following this, I'm interested to see the item progression, if he's going to go for the complete Manta, or just go with the Yasha for now and then go in for a Reaver. Again, a kill here or there, and then back off, right back to farming, has been the pace of the game. Not a whole lot of continued aggression. At most, a pressure on a tower, and then back off. That's going to contain a buckler. The buckler on the buckler is for Syrup. Looks like they spent reverse polarity
Hot enough for you?
on the Phantom Lancer and Laguna Blade.
The tower is under attack.
And with that, enough damage to bring down the Phantom Lancer again. That's 3 deaths so far. And if there's anything that the Drunken Probe can't really afford to be doing, that would be losing the Phantom Lancer off the map. Right now, it's that snowball that they are counting on. As mentioned previously, that really gets out of hand once you have Diffusal, Blade, and Heart. And then the split push monster himself is ultimately, once he has those 2 items plus Manta Style to use the Manta Illusions to split push, that's where it becomes a complete pain. Right now, still quite a bit away from finishing up the Heart, or even the Reaver. Darkseer, though, has his cloak and his Ring of Health, so going to be finishing up his hood, presumably into pipe. Not going mech first, though. So no mech on the side of the Drunken Probe. I did see one being built by the Ogre Magi. A blink in. Reverse polarity on one. Once again, Laguna Blade. I'm not sure if that hit. But no difference. The Queen of Pain does go down. Now the Darkseer. They get them both. 17-7. And it's a double kill on 2. TP over, blink forward, goes for the Light Strike Array, doesn't hit. And that's a waste of a dust, unfortunately. And Lancer does get away.
Tower has fallen.
And gets the tower, no deny there. TP Ward and D-Ward out of the Prophet. Lion, Yukara Manga Malanga, rotating around. And there's another Observer Ward. They saw the sentry there. They have sentries on the courier. They do not. They saw the D ward, so they must know there's a sentry up there. And here's the TP in. That could be a trap, though. I would like right now to have a smoke. Leave the area of vision, smoke in, and wait right here. Smoke and wait right here for that D ward. Instead, rotation in towards mid. They want that mid tower. Already low. Looks like they're going to get it. Ult from the Nature's Prophet. Bounces on through. Oh. Yukara Malanga gets caught out. Skewered back. Laguna Blade. And it's Darkseer who actually ends up getting caught. Lion died before that. Along the way. There's the TP up and D ward. And the unfortunate concept of a smoke gank by waiting under the high ground didn't work out.
Killing spree.
Down bottom, just a little late to the party. Phantom Lancer caught again. Now you have to wonder what they have to do in this game. Clears the 10,000 mark once again in experience, just about there in terms of gold.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Tupuck Shaker well on their way to taking this series 2-0.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Phantom Lancer is back up. There is no real defense that they can mount. This point, net worth very close out of the Tiny and the Phantom Lancer. Rotation in toward the Roche. Trien's being annoying. Looks like they're going to figure out this is happening, but no Phantom Lancer. He's up in 1 second, but there's no tower to TP to. He can TP to the tier 2 mid. Sonic Wave, the jump in, the steal of the Aegis by the Queen of Pain. Disruption on the Lina. But no, the Shadow Demon goes down. Earth Spike on 2. Phantom Lancer is in the mix, but he gets stunned twice on Craggy Exterior. But Tiny goes down as well. Now Magnus running for the hills. Empower on himself. Lina in trouble. Does go down. 4 for 2. The Drunken Probe not giving up just yet. And out of all that carnage, I don't believe that the Radiant side got the Roche, but they did get the Aegis. Stolen by the Queen of Pain. Log won't tell me. Important win, an Aegis there. Regroup and push again, perhaps. Was almost certainly a tier 2. Could have been perhaps a Rax if they really wanted to push it. Orchid out on the Prophet, not able to make something happen on the Darkseer. And again, we have our little back off and farm bit until each side is ready to go again. Phantom Lancer doing his split push thing. He did opt to finish up the Manta style. He does have enough for a Reaver as well. Decent chunk of damage going out on the tier 3. Don't really want to block that camp there, Phantom Lancer. Wouldn't recommend that. At the hard camp, you don't want to block that. He's going to block it, isn't he? Hey, there we go. All right. Good job. Oh. Queen of Pain just barely dodging the Light Strike Array. Turns around now. Engagement up here towards the steps. Goes down. Earth Spike on 2. Sonic Wave on 2. The Vac through the wall. On multiple. There's reverse polarity on 1. 2 down on both sides. Queen of Pain activates the BKB, but not able to get anything additional done. The rest of her team was backing off. Family are not there anymore. TP across for the Lion. Finger of Death not used. Perhaps in a bit of trouble there. They're going to get away just fine, but that will be here too. No. Fortification stops that idea. TP in, and tower's just fine for now. Over on bottom, Fam Lancer continuing to split push. Again, built up a little bit of a lead on his next closest on the map. Reaver done is enough for the Vitality booster. Needs about 850 more, it looks like, to finish up his heart. Now mech is being built on Lion. He's 270 away from that. Mech Arcanes on the Ogre Magi.
Uproot and after them.
Still another 6 minutes or so until the next Roshan is available. Till that point, we could see a push down here on bottom. Still a tier 1 available. Fam Lancer getting aggressive on the tiny blink in. Reverse polarity on the Phantom Lancer. Does he have dust? He does not. But the Phantom Lancer not able to get away. Follow up a little bit of damage. Pops the BKB, gonna go in. No, turns around. Another free kill on that Phantom Lancer. He's keeping the net worth up, but imagine the situation if they hadn't been getting these successful ganks out on him. 5 deaths now to his name. Pipe nearing completion as well. At 300 away from finishing that. Now a little bit of a push forming on the side of Tupuck Shaker towards the tier 2. Tiny bonus damage to the buildings. They cleave right through that very quickly. Sonic Wave and Wall Vac. Laguna Blade go try and dissuade the Queen of Pain, forces her to turn around. They don't get Tiny or the Ogre Magi, but they will get Lena at the very least. Cost them Sonic Wave and Wall. But at least they got one and saved the tower once again. Pipe done. Mech looks like it is done as well. It is. Nature's Prophet, though. Scythe of Vice complete. Orchid and Scythe. If they can identify the correct Phantom Lancer, they can lock him down for quite a bit. Refresher done on Magnus, though. So who do you focus down? You've got a mag to deal with. Double reverse polarity available. Don't want to lose that courier again. Oh, that is Heart of Tarask finished, so he has Diffusal Manta Heart. Unfortunately, at this point, he's down 10,000 experience, 7,500 gold, his team. Hefty amount of ground to make up. Not a lot of leeway. But not in the least insurmountable. Bomb tower ends up going down for creeps. A blink in. Can't trap the Phantom Lancer. Light Strike Array misses. Dragon Slave follow-up does a bit of damage. Now the wall. Reverse polarity. Darkseer and Lion both going down. In comes the Queen of Pain. Takes a lot of damage though, and she's down. 3 down now. Shadow Demon, he's out. And it's just the Phantom Lancer left. Multicast. No. Doppel walk on out of there.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Through that, they survive. Keep the most important hero on the map for them still alive. But it's very tight. Net worth again still. Families are on top. Prophet has managed to outstrip Tiny for the second place with that Midas, as he's had most of this game. Again, very big lead to come back from. Actually peaked over 14,000 experience. It's coming back around though. If there's a man to do it, it's the Fam Lancer.
Haste.
Looked like there might be a little tussle around the haste rune, but not to be. Oh, they go in Earth Spike, and they don't commit there either. Just poking.
Regeneration.
Roche up in around 30 to 40 seconds. That Roshan is going to be vital. There he is. A smoke down. Maybe looking to snipe this. Are they going for it? I'm not sure what the plan is. A bit of a weird smoke, but now, up top, some action going down. Sonic Wave spent. Reverse polarity. Refresher, another reverse polarity on the Fam Lancer. Multicast, everything throwing down. Vac wall, very big. But the Fam Lancer already out of the equation. A bit late to the party. The buyback from the Fam Lancer. 3 down. The Shadow Demon not going to get out of there. Full team wipe. 4 of those going to the Tiny. Fam Lancer makes it back out, but no team left for him when he gets there.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle
And now what do you do? Roshan will go the way of the Radiant. Between that, the farm advantage, level advantage. Tiny now outstripping the Phantom Lancer in terms of net worth, and not a whole lot left you can do. $3,000 gold on hand, could be finishing up a Daedalus. Double damage rune available. Now we just wait. It's up to Tupuck to push. They want to do that while they have the Aegis that is on the Nature's Prophet. He's also sitting on 3,200 gold. Sheep to creep, why not?
Warriors of the wood.
Perhaps the wrong active spent right there. Again, they've got 6 minutes to push with the Aegis. Gotta wait and see what prompts them to go. Everyone up top. Recipe for the Daedalus bot. There is a smoke on the courier. They may be smoking up once the Daedalus is bought. The recipe's there. He has enough for the Demon Edge. So that's what I expect to happen. We're going to buy up the Demon Edge, hand that off to Tiny, and then smoke. There's the Demon Edge. There's the finished Daedalus. There's the smoke. And up they go. Fam Lancer is here. There's the stun. Reverse polarity whiffs. Lancer gets away, but the TP in with the gem, another reverse polarity care of the refresher orb, and that's it. Fan Lancer down for 80 seconds, and there's no contending this. This is absolutely racks. It's probably 2 racks in game. No buyback. That is still down for another minute. They can try. Big Vac and Sonic Wave. But Tiny. BKB critting everywhere. Doesn't really want to walk through the wall again. Doesn't have to.
Killing spree.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Supports go down in that effort. There was never a chance, really, I don't think,
Dire's top
in terms of holding this.
barracks have fallen.
The secondary set of racks you got to worry about. Can you hold this? Shadow Demon's back up. Oh, the blinking goes for the Tiny. Not worth it. That's it. GG called. Tupuck 2-0. Breezing through. Round 1.
Dire's middle barracks have fallen.
A 2-0 victory, that a close game through a lot of it. Back and forth a bit even. But eventually, Tupuck started to pull away. Pickoffs on the Phantom Lancer being big. Not able to stay efficiently ahead sufficiently to hold off the entire team. There goes the Ancient. In a 42-minute game, Phantom Lancer not able to pull it out. Tupuck over the Drunken Probe. And that's a 2-0 in favor of Tupuck Shaker. That's been a round 1 match in the Red Dota 2 League Season 1 Finals Tournament. They'll be moving on to round 2.